What's up, everybody? John Gray here, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that I don't think I've touched on before on this channel, and that's when you know you need to take a second look or do a redo on the budget that you've made for yourself. And the reason this has come up is because we actually had to do that ourselves. We actually had to take a second look at our budget because we were realizing some things weren't quite adding up. But before I get into that, I would like to show you something that we added to the house, and that is this lovely number here. Give you guys a better look at it. This was a gift from our friends Shannon and Jake, a sort of wedding slash home warming gift. As you can see, it says home, and it even has the little cutout of our state, Minnesota, for the O. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I just wanted to say thank you and recognize them in the video. It looks great here, guys. It's awesome. Thank you so much. Now, on to business. So how do you know when it's time to take a second look at your budget? Well, the way I tend to think about it is when you start asking yourself those questions that you're asking yourself in the beginning of this process, the whole reason you got on the budget, like where's my money going? How am I spending so much? How do I not have anything left at the end of the month? It might be time to take a second look. And I'll give you guys a really good example. In our case, we've been doing a lot of home improvement. We've been spending a lot of money on getting the basement up and ready, which you guys have seen a couple times. But even with that expense, which we planned for, we were still losing a lot more money per month than we really wanted to. And when we really dove into the numbers, we realized two things. The first is that now that we have this home, we have a lot more monthly expenses. And we didn't realize exactly how much more until we really took a dive into the numbers and saw, there's a lot of things that when we first created this budget really weren't accounted for because we didn't have a house. A great example is now we have a security system for our home. So that's about $50 a month. We also pay for trash disposal, which is about another $50 every 2 or 3 months. And if you've ever done a budget before, you know that that little crap adds up. The second thing we noticed was that we were getting a little too comfortable eating out. I know, we completely skewed off of our budget and we just got way too lax. Really what it comes down to is improper planning. Danielle and I would be sitting there thinking about what we're gonna have for dinner, and neither one of us wants to go to the store because we're exhausted because we've worked and we've done Postmates. So what happens? Want pizza? How about some Chipotle tonight? Oh, sushi sounds so good right now. And we just gave in. Like, we completely let our impulses and improper planning take over our food budget, which was really the major cause of the jump in spending that we saw over the last couple of months. So once we realized that those two things were occurring, we sat down, we made a new budget, and outlined really how much money we had coming in and what the essentials were. And it's always important to redefine essentials every few months or so, because when things change, it's very easy to forget what things are crucial to your household and what things you can do without. If you don't properly identify those things and draw a line, the line can get blurry really, really fast. But I am glad to report we are back on track. And for those of you who've been watching me for quite some time, you might remember that my first video, when I was telling you how awful my net worth was,
negative $37,000.
Yeah, that one. Well, now our combined net worth is over $60,000. $100,000 plus net worth turnaround, not too shabby for a little over a year's time. And the other thing we've done a little bit differently is we've started planning our food and our meals out a little bit better now as well. And that really helps to curb some of the impulse buying. If you already have the food prepped and ready, it's a lot more difficult to go on your impulse, because I've noticed that a lot of times when I impulse, it's because I don't have anything else in the house. So I figure get rid of the impulse, probably get rid of the spending. And I think this is super important for everyone because I think we all find times, even if we're super financially strict, that we start to sway off of what our original goal was. And we have to sort of redefine the parameters and get back into the groove of things. So taking a second look at your budget could be that motivating factor to remind yourself sort of what the goals were and why you're doing this in the first place. But that's it, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. I just wanted to make sure that all of you guys stay encouraged, stay motivated, And remember that if you fall off the wagon, it's okay. You just have to get back on. That's the important part. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We all mess it up. So as long as you just adjust, you should be all right. Thanks for your time as always, and I'll see you in the next video.